All right. Shalawam, Israel. YAHAWASHI. Bahashim Akakwadash. Number one to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalawam to Lek out there doing his work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. All right. And I want to get into a quick lesson, Lord willing. And, I'll entitle it Paul Begley, what the fuck are you talking about? All right. And, he just makes a short statement. Now we know all of these guys that, especially Edomites and, different pastors or whatever they want to call themselves, teachers of the scriptures, so-called teachers of the scriptures, they're all off. If it's not the doctrine of YAHAWASHI, plain and simple, it's not accurate, And, these people, they actually think they know what the hell they be talking about. And I just find it so funny because little do they know that judgment is coming for their ass, man. So, briefly, this video it's not about the title that you see. He's talking about somebody else that claimed that the rapture is supposed to be happening April 23rd, 2018, which we all know, according to the scriptures, no man knoweth, the day nor the hour, So, I'm going to play some of what he says, and I'm going to stop it at the point that I want to break down through the spirit that he is obviously off on, okay?
Are you serious? Are you serious? Just go ahead and get a cup of coffee right now and calm down. April 23rd, 2018. Rapture? No. Okay? No. Not if you're going to base this whole theory on Revelation 12. We've already done that one already. Revelation 12 matched perfectly September 23rd, but it had nothing to do with the rapture. It had everything to do about the persecution.
And for one, there is no goddamn rapture, man. All right, there's no rapture in the sense that they want to put it. You know what I'm saying? There's deliverance. There's deliverance for the nation of Israel, but there is no rapture. All right.
Persecution of the woman, which was Israel. Yes, the stars were in perfect alignment.
Well, let me bring this back real quick.
I'm going to base this whole theory on Revelation 12. We've already done that one already. Revelation 12 matched perfectly September 23rd, but it had nothing to do with the rapture. It had everything to do about the persecution of the woman, which was Israel. Yes.
Now that part, he's right. The persecution of Israel, the woman. So he's right on that.
Stars were in perfect alignment, but not to set the date of the rapture. They were in perfect.
So right there, what the hell is he talking about? That the stars are in alignment, but it doesn't refer to the rapture. So they think that the literal stars, or how the sky, how the Most High is showing the signs of the times, is going to apply to this so-called rapture date. Like the things that they come up with is just ridiculous, man.
Rapture had everything to do about the persecution of the woman, which was Israel. Yes, the stars were in perfect alignment, but not to set the date of the rapture. They were in perfect alignment to set the date of the proclamation that the beast.
All right. Yeah, I had to bring that back. The app, closed out on me.
The rapture had everything to do about the persecution of the woman, which was Israel. Yes, the stars were in perfect alignment, but not to set the date of the rapture. They were in perfect alignment to set the date of the proclamation that the beast is about to rise, the seven-headed dragon that's going to persecute the woman, which is Israel, and make.
So now his thing is the stars are in perfect alignment to set the tone for the proclamation of the beast to rise up against the woman. Hold on, let me bring that back.
About the persecution of the woman, which was Israel. Yes, the stars were in perfect alignment, but not to set the date of the rapture. They were in perfect alignment to set the date of the proclamation that the beast is about to rise, the seven-headed dragon that's going to persecute the woman, which is Israel, and make war with the remnant of her seed, who keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. So okay, so
See, now these people are they're fucking cuckoo, man. they're they're complete cuckoo, man. They literally think that they can read the heavens, and make and distinguish YAHAWASHI's timeline, how he has things. Now, in the ancient times, we did have power, right? We did have power to be able to read the heavens, and they were for the signs of the times, right? And that's what Genesis is about, right? Let's lock it. I meant to go Genesis 1. So it's Genesis 1 and Genesis 1 and 14. And the Most High said, and the power said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. Okay? So they are to set the tone for, the seasons, the days, for certain signs and different stuff like that, but ultimately you can't read. The Lord took that power away from us to be able to read the heavens to that degree in which they're talking about. And anyway, why would the Lord give you a direct timeline, to his work that he want to surprise the world with? That's why this thing is only for elect, because the Lord wants to catch these people out here as a thief in the night, but not for those, like us who are awake and really awake. All right. Not like the movements, what I'm saying? Talking about I'm awoke and all of that shit, man. All right. So, what is that in the book of First Chronicles? This is just side points that I, just hit my spirit. All right. And this is First Chronicles 12 and 13 and 32. It says, and of the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times to know what Israel ought to do, the heads of them were 200, and all their brethren were at their commandment. So, you had the children of Issachar that had that knowledge because the Lord gave them that power to do so. All right. But like I said, we don't have that power, to be able to have a detailed map of what's going to happen and this and the third. We know that the stars and everything is for the signs of the times, and we know that we're at the end. That's why we're seeing the blood moons and, the different things like that, eclipses and all of that. That's a sign of the end, but to be specific and say this, that, and the third, to get into particulars, no, we don't have the power to do that. All right. But mainly I want to get into what this guy's talking about with Revelations 12, because these people are fucking cuckoo, man. You know what I mean? Straight up, man. So he's getting into this thinking that, the red dragon is about to rise up when it's already here. So what the hell is he talking about, man? And they don't understand, that when you get into these scriptures, that things can apply, to back then, and certain scriptures apply to now, and how scriptures, you may read one scripture talking about one particular thing, then the next scripture can be speaking about something completely different, and that's why the scriptures say, that precept must be upon precept, line upon line, a little here, a little there. And ultimately, they don't have the understanding, man. All right. So I want to briefly just get into, like the first few verses of what this guy was talking about. All right. So this is Revelations 12 and 1. And there appeared a great woman in heaven. All right. And he explained, himself that the woman is Israel. Right. And just to briefly back it up. Okay. Jeremiah 6 and 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. All right. So we know that when the Lord is talking about a woman, he's talking about Israel. All right. And there's many other references where the Lord, spoke about divorcing us and stuff like that, and how he was the husbandry and we're the woman and all of that, So, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon. And the sun and the moon represents, you know, the wisdom and the understanding, you know, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Most High. You know, what is it, I believe Ecclesiastes 8:1 say wisdom maketh a man's face to shine. So that is a representation of the sun, you know. And also with the moon, I believe it's a precept, Salakia, was it Jeremiah or Job? I think it's Job 31. Yeah, I think it's Job 31. Yeah, Job 31 and 26, and it says, if I beheld the sun when it shined, okay, or the moon walking in brightness, and my heart have been secretly enticed, or my mouth have kissed my hand. You know, so what? Beholding the sun and the moon, that's the wisdom and the understanding. And it said what? My heart have secretly been enticed. We know the word heart here is referencing what? The mind. So our minds have been enticed with the knowledge, the wisdom, and understanding of YAHAWASHI. Okay? So going back, right? This is I'll read again. It says, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet. All right. And upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And we know that those 12 stars, they're not literal stars. You know what I mean? How Paul Begley is talking about and trying to refer to the stars are in perfect alignment. Damn idiots. This refers to Israel, the tribes. All right. And you know, the evidence to show that is in the book of Genesis 35. And this is Genesis 37 and 5, verse 5. It says, and Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it his brethren, and they hated him yet the more. And he said unto them, hear, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed. Now I'm gonna jump down, you know, because it's a lot on this. You know, he had these dreams. All right. And what's the other part? Slakia. I think I went too far down. Yeah, here we go. Genesis 37 and 9, and it says, and he dreamed yet another dream, and told it his brethren, and said, behold, I have dreamed a dream more. So this is the second one. And behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me, meaning what? They bowed down to him, right? And verse 10, and he told it to his father and to his brethren, and his father rebuked him and said unto him, what is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I and thy mother and thy brethren indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee to the earth? Okay, so in this reference, you know, in his dream, you know, his parents was representatives as the sun and the moon, and his other 11 brothers, okay, which the head of the tribes represented those stars. Okay, so this is what it's referring to when you go into Revelations 12 and the first verse, man. Those 12 stars, and Joseph himself being a star, okay, part of the 12. So that completes that, man. So what the hell is Paul Begley talking about, man? What the hell is he talking about? All right. That's how you know. I mean, I could go further into this, but that was, you know, pretty much the main point, you know, that matter of fact, you know what, since he mentioned the 7 heads and all, I'll briefly touch on this as well. All right. Verse 2, it says, and she being with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. Now, what is this in reference to? You know, our nation, Israel, crying, okay, with child and travailing in pain and travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. This is in the time of what? YAHAWASHI being born, man. And all the atrocities that was befalling Israel, you know, all because of YAHAWASHI's birth. Okay. And I believe it was what Herod, all right? And proof of that is Matthew's the 2nd chapter. Right? And let me find a point. Right? This is Matthew's 2 and 12, and it says, "And being warned of YAHAWAH in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him." Okay, so going on to read the other point. Verse 16, it says, "Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceeding wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem and in all the coasts thereof from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men." Okay, so this was the child that cried and travailing in birth and pain to be delivered, because of the atrocity in which Herod did to our people for YAHAWASHI being born and for them fleeing the scene. Okay, so you got to imagine what was going on during that time. It was chaos, man. Herod putting out that order, and them Roman soldiers running through every family, killing all the babies 2 years old or under. Imagine what type of chaos and heartbreak that brought to our nation. So that's a heavy pain right there, man. All right. So going on, verse 3, "And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads." Okay, so to get into the technicalities of it, the 7 heads represents those 7 different nations in which Esau has ruled. The Romans, Greece, Germania Minor, Spain, France, and Great Britain. And in America technically is the 8th. That came out of the 7th. Because Great Britain birthed America, so it's America's mother. Okay, and the 10 horns gets into the EU. All right, so the great red dragon in general, is these Edomite nations, man. It's Esau in general. But like I said, particularly, we're going to apply this to Herod based upon verse 4, right? But I'll read this again. "And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads." Verse 4, "And his tail drew the 3rd part of the stars of heaven." Okay, so what? This is Rome who's in power at this time, And his tail drew the 3rd part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it were born. Okay, so who did this? This was Herod, man. That tried to devour YAHAWASHI as soon as he was born, based upon Matthew's the 2nd chapter. So what the hell is Paul Begley talking? What WTF? What is Paul Begley talking about, man? This is exactly why it's the Bible say, like, sometimes we use these guys as target practice, man. And they're a bunch of phonies and fakes, man. They not ordained by the Lord, and they never can be, man. They nothing but Edomites, man. So Paul Begley and all those other Edomite pastors or whatever, any other nations, y'all have no part, in taking a hold of our book and trying to proclaim our prophecies, and the mysteries and the things that's in the scriptures for us. Okay, according to right? Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, you, Paul Begley, and any other Edomite just like you that claims to know the scriptures, that claims to be able to break down the mysteries and the knowledge of the Lord, okay? But unto the wicked, Yahawah saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? So they thinking that they're going to seek salvation or something to that effect by bringing out these different points in which they think they're accurate on, and they're completely false, and they're completely going the hell off. All right, so I'll bring back what Paul Begley said briefly, you know what I'm saying?
That the beast is about to rise. The seven had everything to do about the persecution of the woman, which was Israel. Yes, the stars were in perfect alignment, but not to set the date of the rapture. They were in perfect alignment to set the date of the proclamation that the beast is about to rise, the seven-headed dragon that's going to persecute the woman, which is Israel, and make war with the remnant of her seed who keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ.
Right, so I just proved you wrong. Oh yeah, one point that I forgot to mention, Slack about that in verse 4, and his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven. What that was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, man. Because underneath what the Roman Empire, what did they do? They destroyed us. The last three tribes that was over there. That's why we had to flee into the interiors of northern and the west coast parts of Africa, man. So Paul Begley, once again, what the hell are you talking about? Stop proclaiming the words of our book that belongs unto us. All right? We have the truth, man. And your whole doctrine of the stars were in perfect alignment and thinking that you could read the heavens is completely off. And I just proved that through this brief breakdown, man. So, with that, I hope this short segment was edifying, and I hit the point, clear, to brothers out there. And with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and YAHAWAH Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, Barakathum to the elect out there doing this work of faith and labor of love, true sincerity. Shalawam.